Welcome back. You are watching the conversation coming to you from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Nelson Ekudimi, and I have with me in the studio Comrade Gbemisola Akosa. Comrade Akosa, thank you for being with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, the conversation, like we all know, is a topical issues program. We're looking at happenings in Nigeria and in the diaspora. And the two gentleman and lady on the program are having a conversation. We are going to look at the recently publicly disclosed appropriation law with regards to the 10 billion naira solar system for the seat of power, Aso Rock. And as a Nigerian, I was embarrassed to learn that in this era, when almost every home, almost, I'm not saying, I've not done a count, but most homes that can afford it, recognizing the times we live in, that to generate power costs money. To preserve our environment, for us to live a cleaner and a healthy life, the advocacy out there is for us to transit from fossil fuel to cleaner energy. And what are the cleaner energy? Maybe wind or solar. When you talk about generating power from gas, you and I know that today, the Nigerian electricity industry generates its power from gas. And that gas is supplied by the GENCOs to the DISCOs. And because of the liquidity crisis in our electricity industry, a lot of people have come out to always complain. And I take the pains, even though I'm not a representative or spokesperson of the electricity distribution companies, that look, the greatest problem bedeviling our electricity industry is outdated or obsolete equipment. You go on our roads, look at our cables. A lot of those cables, you see so many joint sections. You go to our transformers. When a transformer breaks down in any community, commonsensically, the provider of that transformer, as they are coming to take it away, they should be ready to provide substitute. But no, rather they will take it away. Maybe for the next 6 months, they will now tell the people to go and contribute money to repair it. And what does that tell you? It tells you clearly that one, a lot of us have called for the review of the privatization of the electricity industry. That a lot of the DISCOs don't have the financial wherewithal to run that business. And that is why a lot of us are complaining. So Nigerians must understand that electricity generation and distribution has been privatized. It's no longer in the hands of federal government. So talking about this solar power system for Aso Rock, for me, it's a good development. Because even small me, in my house, where I lay my heads after every day hustle, I have a solar system that gives me 24 hours electricity. I don't use generator any longer. So when people are running to buy fuel, when I think about the noise alone, I thank God. It is my wish that the government will be able to put in place a mechanism that even most homes, that our environment will be generator or noise free. Because the noise pollution we push out there is enough, to turn us into something else.
To me, that's an elementary way of looking at it.
Okay.
Basically, it's too elementary.
Okay.
Really, I think we need to dig deep. Very, very important. Yeah. Okay. There have been different policies on the table to help us transit. Yeah, we remember the energy transition policy document. We also the newly done LT-LED, that is a long-term low emission development strategy.
Yes.
That was just launched by Nigeria. Now Nigeria is also putting together what we call the guidelines for our just transition. And when we're talking about just transition, how do we transit from this brown economy to this green economy. So there are so many things that goes into it. It's not just about, okay, saying it is green, it is renewable, we want to. There is what we call bad renewable energy.
No,
let me finish. Let me finish now. Let me finish. There is what we call bad renewable energy. What am I saying? It's too simplistic to start saying, this is desirable. Yes, we know it's desirable. Then how do we transit? It's not a day's job. It's not a 100 meters dash. It's a journey that we need to really look at how fair that journey is going to be for everybody on the table. How equitable will the journey be? Are there going to be winners? Are there going to be losers? And if we are going to have winners and losers, how are we going to help losers to cushion so that they are not left behind? These are so many issues that goes into it. For me, there's nothing wrong with Aso Rock to have, just to show that, okay, this is what we want you to do. And we are showing you an example. Aso Rock wants to show us an example of what it means to power with renewable energy, to go green, and you understand. So that when people see a success that Aso Rock is making, you understand, others will learn from it, understand what it's in it for them, and then they can, emulate. So for me, also, I'm not talking about how much it's going to take them, because I don't think I have that figures in my head. Okay. But for Aso Rock to say they want to remove themselves from the green.
How can they say they want to? Where did you get that information?
I don't know.
No, hold on. Where did you get that?
Maybe it's a mistake on my part. I would say for them to generate power through renewable energy. Yeah. It's a noble way to go. It's a good way to go. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. But as much as Aso Rock is doing that, yes, and the policies are tilting towards that part for the whole of Nigerian population, we must look at the justice issues that will help us to transit to this greener future. Yeah. And it's an important, because Aso Rock has budget to be able to do that. We as individuals, we may not be so endowed.
I agree with you. I want you to know that this transition to green energy did not just start yesterday. Yeah. The advocacy has been on.
Oh, yes.
The solar system we are talking about, or inverter system to power homes. Yeah. Some persons have been using it now for close to over 2 decades.
Of course.
So what we are saying here is that some persons have come on board to say, oh, they want to take the seat of power off the national grid. And just a minute.
There's nothing wrong. If that is what they must have a reason if they say they want to take it off the
grid. They can't take it off. What we are saying here is that if a seat of government, because as we speak, I know a lot of government institutions that are on solar energy, even though they are connected to the national grid. That does not take away the what we are saying is that once you have the greener energy, it means when the national grid is off because of so many factors, instead of you to go and power your generator at that cost, you resort to that in the temporary.
That's a way of diversifying our energy.
That energy choices, sources.
And that is what the policies are also saying. Let us not look at only fossil fuel. Let us look at other sources. And while we're looking at other sources, let us do cost comparative analysis. Which one is cheaper? Which one helps us better? So
which one is can provide for equity? Yeah.
From some of the information I've gathered, those people who have changed their cars to CNG, they are saying it's cheaper for them. Meanwhile, fuel is a bit
on the high side. It's not even a bit, it's on the high side. Even as I speak here, I also am looking forward to transiting from petrol car to CNG because I want to benefit from the low cost and the safety of the CNG. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we want to call it a wrap on the conversation today. We've had a beautiful conversation. My name is Nelson Ekujman. I've had a beautiful conversation with my comrade Gbemisola Akosa. Till we come your way again next time, please continue to watch the conversation from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. Have a great day. Bye-bye.